Hey guys, welcome back to another video on the SC Bass Fishing channel. It's 6:30 in the morning. And today I'm going to show you guys how to fish the good old Texas rig. It's a very simple rig, anybody can use it, and it's one of the most famous rigs in bass fishing history. So I'm going to teach you guys how to use it, how to set it up. Let's get out here and let's get fishing. So you can fish a Texas rig in two different ways. You can have a weight or you don't want to weight. It's called a weightless Texas rig and a weighted Texas rig. Now, for today, I'm going to use a weighted Texas rig. If you'd like to use that, you need a bobber stop, a weight, and a wide gap EWG hook. Although the hook doesn't really matter, you can use any type of hook that you'd like. This is a 3/0 hook. So what you do is the first thing you put on is a bobber stop right here. Slide that up your line. Then you put the weight. This is a 1/4 ounce weight, lead weight I use. This is a 3/0 wide gap hook. You put all that on top of the hook, and you got yourself a weighted Texas rig that will go through grass just fine. So you can put many baits on this rig. For today, I'm going to stick with the main ones, which are creature baits and also Senkos. So you can use either one, and they both catch fish really, really well. So I just tied on a bandita bug, 4-inch bandita bug, green pumpkin color. This is a very clear pond, so I want to use natural colors. Got it paired up on a Guggen rod. Any rod really, it doesn't really matter what rod you use or reel. Just something I can pitch or cast as far as you'd like it to. So for now, I'm just gonna stick to the edges and pitch into the edges. Hope you can get bit. First fish on the Texas rig, just pitched right in there, and right away, he hit the bandita bug. Got a good hook set on him, right in the top of the mouth. There's the first fish of the day. Not a bad one. I'm going to throw him back because there's a ton of weeds right here. So there he goes. It's first fish on the Texas rig. A very, very easy rig to use. All I did was pitch in there, let it sit for about, what, 3 seconds, and he ate it right away. Here's fish number 2. Pitching the same exact spot, and another fish was right there. Here's fish number 2. They're stacked right there this morning. Another fish. He's a cookie cutter bass, but I'll tell you, they're different. They're hungry. They're hungry this morning. Probably about 6:45 now. But switch up to the watermelon red bandita bug. Just got ate it right away. Here's another fish. Like I said, I've taken about 10 steps out in this dock. Just pitching this weeds right here. In a tournament, a Texas rig will produce small ones. Every once in a while, it might hook up into a big fish though, which is why you just never know. It's not a big fish bait. It produces quantity. It's a perfect way to get your first 5 fish in the tournament. That's all I'm doing, guys. These fish are stacked up in these weeds right here. These rods are sensitive, dude. My line was slack and I felt this guy bite it. Come on, there you go. This fish was starting to take it out deep. Don't know why. Watching what he was doing with it. Sometimes you can get an idea of what these fish are, the mode they're in. This fish took it right from the weed line and started moving out deep with it. He's probably the biggest bass of the day. And it's nothing really to say because he's a smaller one. Here you go, buddy. This fish is a very, very pretty fish. Mouthful of bandito bug. Look at the spots on that guy. Very, very pretty fish. I don't know if you can see with the sun, but the sun's pretty bright this morning. I just caught the biggest fish of the day. So far, at least. He'd probably keep in a tournament, honestly. He's got to be 12 inches. Nice fish. Pitched right next to the dock, and he was sitting there ready. Here you go, buddy. There he goes. So basically, the Texas rig is a miniature version of a jig. So a lot of people either use jigs or they like Texas rigs. They use either one that they really are comfortable with. I'm not the most comfortable with jigs yet, so that's why so far I've been using Texas rigs, just because I think, in my personal opinion, it has more action with just the bait on there compared to a skirt that's hiding it. It's also a smaller presentation for these fish to eat. If they're really finicky, I mean, they'll eat both, but I'll put my luck on a bandito bug with a Texas rig instead of a jig. I mean, oh, he came off. Cast it right back there. Yep. There he is. I mean, you cannot stop the Texas rig at all. You can't stop it. It is one of the best rigs in bass fishing history, I'd say. And the thing is, it can be fished so many different ways. I mean, people use this rig to punch in 3-foot thick grass with like a 2-ounce tungsten weight. You could do anything with it. These fish will eat it. It's just that natural. It's just a very, very good rig. So all I'm doing is pitching the bait out there, and I can feel it going through the grass right now, which is a good thing. I mean, these fish are hiding in the grass. They're probably active too, though. So they're doing all sorts of things. Just taking the bait, pitching it out there, letting some line out for it to drop nice and slow. And if I was to use a 1/2 ounce weight right now, I probably wouldn't be catching as many fish, because it'd be falling too fast. It'd be too big of a presentation, and it just wouldn't look natural. So I think I'm gonna end it right there, guys. Hope you guys learned more about fishing the Texas rig and how to fish it. You could always fish it weightless, and the only way you can fish it weightless, you take the weight and the bower stop off, and you just fish with the EWG hook. You can put any bait on there. As long as your casting skills are good enough where you can cast a weightless Thankyou out or a weightless bandito bug, that's even more finesse presentation. I just recommend the weight because it can go through bass better. It can go through grass better. And this entire video, all I used was the bandito bug, a 3-aught wide gap hook, a 1/4 ounce weight, and a bobber stop. And I've used 2 bandito bugs. I mean, they're pretty durable baits. I'd recommend it, guys. Try it out next time you guys go fishing. I always like to try new stuff too. So, hope you guys enjoyed today's video. It's a fun one to make. See you guys next time. Bye-bye.